What is going on, everybody? Sports Expert here, and we are here with our Week 13 NFL picks. But before we start the video, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on the post notification bell, like the video, comment what do you think. We do NFL pick videos every week, and we post NFL content now and then, so would appreciate that, everybody. Hit liking and commenting helps us in the algorithm, so that would help me out, that would help others out on the platform to help what they're looking for, so would appreciate that very much. So yeah, let's start off with Thursday Night Football. As this week wasn't great for me, though, we were 9-6 before Monday Night Football, so just a weird week for me. Definitely could have been better, but not great. But we'll go to Thursday Night Football as we have the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. The Seahawks are traveling to Dallas for this one, and Dallas, they just don't lose at home. I mean, they're a very good home team, and Dak Prescott plays some of his best ball at home. He's playing some of his best ball ever this season, so that's helping the Cowboys. I think he'll continue to ride that momentum against the Seahawks team that's really been down recently, especially with injuries too. So I think the Cowboys will take advantage of that. I think they'll win this one 27-17. I think Dan Quinn will do enough with his defense in order to get ready, and I just don't know if the Seahawks will have enough in a week span to win this game, but we'll see. We have the Indianapolis Colts and the and speaking of Seahawks Cowboys, I think after Thanksgiving week it's always two teams that play on Thanksgiving that play Thursday night, which makes sense. We have the Indianapolis Colts at Tennessee Titans, and this is a tough game to pick. I mean, this game could go either way. Titans are really good at home, so that helps. And the Colts, I don't know. I mean, it's just they're overperforming this season, so it's tough. I'm going to take the Titans, though, 21-20 in this game. I think the Titans will end up winning at the end in this one. This is going to be a nail-biting game. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I'm going to give the Titans a slight edge here, 21-20. I think Will Levis will make some throws on a late game drive, possibly when it matters. I think that'll be the difference. We have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New England Patriots. Almost said San Diego Chargers. The Chargers, they are not playing great. They're 4-7. Patriots are 2-9, though, and like tanking at this point. Chargers are on the road, but I'm going to take the Chargers anyway. 15-11. I think this will be a low-scoring game. I don't think the Chargers are going to blow out the Patriots, and not just because I don't know if there'll be enough offense here. The coaching is pretty rough. It's just Justin Herbert just doesn't have enough help around him right now outside of like Keenan Allen. So looking at it, it's just very tough for me to see the Chargers going absolutely nuts in this game, but I think they'll end up with a win because the Patriots have no identity right now. Here we have the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. The Lions are coming off a brutal loss against the Packers. That didn't help. And the Saints, yeah, they just don't look very good despite being 5-6. So I'm going to take the Lions on a bounce-back situation here. Danny Campbell will do his thing, bounce back on the road, 31-16. I just don't know if I can trust the Saints at this point. I thought about picking the Saints at one point, but it was like, no. You just can't do it with the Saints at this point. So I'm not trusting New Orleans. I'm taking the Lions, despite their defense being very sus. So give me the Lions in this one, 31-16. Goff will play better, too. And the conditions are ideal because it's in a dome. Here we have the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. Yeah, this is not a great game. Two teams that aren't great. The Jets, Tim Boyle, no way. Don't want to watch that. I'm taking the Falcons in this one, 23-13 on the road. Tim Boyle is terrible at football. I don't know how he's in the NFL, but he is. Give me the Falcons, 23-13. Desmond Ritter's not great, but better than Tim Boyle. So, I don't know. Maybe Robert Saleh can find a way to outcoach Arthur Smith. I wouldn't be surprised, but if Arthur Smith loses this game, it could be the final nail in his coffin at the end of the season. So, but the Falcons, no, not much to talk about here. Just don't lose to Tim Boyle. With the Arizona Cardinals to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cardinals absolutely got romped yesterday by the Rams, 37-14. Steelers beat the Bengals on the road with Jake Browning, 23-17. Steelers offense looking much better without Matt Canada, and I think they can keep that momentum going. Didn't get the point selection they wanted, but they were able to go after over 400 yards on offense, outgain the Bengals. The first time they've outgained an opponent this season, so the Steelers, I think they're going to take this one as well against a pretty depleted and pretty poor Cardinals team, 23-17. So Mike Tomlin will do his thing. He'll outcoach Jonathan Gannon easily. I just don't see the Cardinals winning. But I don't think it'll be an absolute blowout. We have the Miami Dolphins versus the Washington Commanders. This could be a very high-scoring game. There might be some sus defense in this game, but the Dolphins are the more dominant team here, and I really don't think that's even a question to anybody. Tua will do his thing with Tyreek, Waddle. The Commanders, they just don't. Their coaching situation's pretty rough. Don't know how long Ron Rivera is going to last there, so they might give him the whole season. They might not. Who knows? But give me the Dolphins 34-24 in this one. I do think the Commanders can get some solid garbage time points. And a lot of Dolphins games are always high scoring, so I'm banking on that to be the case here as well. Sam Howell might get sacked like 7 times again, though. We have the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. This is going to be a good game, especially for the AFC playoff implications and all that. So it's going to be a tough one to pick, but I'm going to go with the Broncos on the road in this one. The thing is, Russell Wilson's playing so well. This Broncos defense is starting to actually live up to some hype. So Sean Payton, I think Sean Payton might have an edge here. He'll look at DeMeco Ryans. He'll say, okay, I want to do this. I want to do that. It's going to be a close one, I think. I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I think each coach has got to find their way through it. But I'm going to trust Sean Payton, the Broncos, to take this one 26-23. I think Russell Wilson makes some great plays. And I think they're able to find a way to stop C.J. Stroud towards the end of the game. What a joke this game is. The Panthers at the Bucs. I'm taking the Bucs 18-12. Baker Mayfield, he's not great, but he should do enough. The Panthers are a mess. They don't know who's calling plays. David Tepper's a mess. The whole team's a mess. Frank Reich could be out year one. Bryce Young isn't performing like he should be. He isn't developing. It's just not ideal for the Panthers. Give me the Bucs. We have the beat-up Cleveland Browns versus the Los Angeles Rams. So this is in Los Angeles. The Browns actually aren't leaving the West Coast this week so they can prepare. So that might help them, but I'm taking the Rams 23-20. I think it'll be closer, but I don't know, man. The Browns are just so beat up right now. I don't know if I can pick them against anybody except like the Jets and the Panthers. I don't know. Falcons. I can pick them against a few teams, but I don't know about the Rams. The Rams are red hot right now. They've won 2 games in a row. They're playing good football, and it seems to be that way, and it's going to continue to. I just don't know if Kevin Stefanski will be able to outcoach Sean McVay. Kevin Stefanski coaches really well off losses, but he struggled to coach on the West Coast in his career, so that's a given theme there. And the Browns, DTR might be out. Myles Garrett, Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, Deshaun Watson, Zadarius Smith. That's just the beginning of the list. So, yeah. Rams, 23-20. We have the 49ers versus the Eagles. This should be a pretty good matchup. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think it'll be another high-scoring game in Philly, so I think it's going to be similar to the game we just saw yesterday versus the Bills. It's going to be a really good game. I thought about picking the 49ers in this one, but the one thing that concerns me is that Kyle Shanahan, if he's down in the fourth quarter, he's done. He just cannot get out of his own way with that. I don't know what it is, but the Eagles find a way to do things like crazy, and it just continues. So give me the Eagles in this one, 34-28. It's going to be a great game, I think. I think Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy. I don't know. A lot of people don't love Brock Purdy, but he's a solid quarterback. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about that, in my opinion, at least. So give me the 49ers to keep it close. I think it's going to be very similar to the game we just watched yesterday, but the Eagles come out with a win here. Nick Sirianni being as amazing as he is as a head coach. As much as y'all hate Nick Sirianni, the guy can coach a football game. We have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Green Bay Packers for Sunday Night Football. The Chiefs will be favored in this one. The Packers are playing really well, but you got Andy Reid now. Andy Reid versus Matt LaFleur. I'm betting my money on Andy Reid, even though it's on the road. 27-22. I think the Chiefs' offense found a bit of an identity later in that game against the Raiders, and I feel like they're going to continue to build off that momentum, especially with Andy Reid there. I don't think he's going to let it slide. The Packers, they'll do their thing and keep this close for a bit, but I think the Chiefs will find a way to pull away in the end. 27-22, something like that. We don't be surprised if this is a game in the third, fourth quarter, but the Chiefs are able to pull away, riding some momentum. And then we have Monday Night Football, the Bengals at the Jaguars. For the first time in, I believe, 12 to 13 years, the Jacksonville Jaguars will be playing on Monday Night Football. So, yeah. It's against the Bengals. You got Jake Browning playing quarterback. He just isn't any good. Jaguars should win this one and go 9-3. They should win their division. They're a pretty dang good team. They're well coached. 27-15. Trevor Lawrence not playing amazing football this year, but playing serviceable football. This Jaguars defense has been very good overall, so got to give Doug Peterson his flowers and the rest of the coaching staff. They've done a really dang good job. And the Bengals, there's just not much you can do without Joe Burrow, and especially if T. Higgins can't go again, that's going to be rough. It's going to be very rough. So give me the Jaguars 26-7-15. So I appreciate everyone being here. Sports Expert here. Once again, please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Turn on the post notification bell. Like the video. Comment what you think. I'm out, guys. Sports Expert here. Peace.